Welcome back to my channel Conquer the Fear. I'm very excited to introduce my new course, that is Introduction to MongoDB. Now in this series we are going to deep dive into the world of NoSQL and specifically the document based databases, that is MongoDB. So especially we are going to focus on MongoDB itself. Now let's first understand the NoSQL concept. So before even you want to get into the specifics of what exactly the MongoDB is, it is very crucial and very important to understand what exactly the NoSQL is about. Now many people think about NoSQL means no and then the SQL, okay? But that is not the actual answer. It's a common misconception. The no in this particular NoSQL actually stands for not only SQL. I hope you got this understanding and the misconception is clear to you all. Now, what this means is that this database might not rely on the traditional model, that is structured query language, the SQL. They can still incorporate some of its features. It might be a different way of thinking about the data. You will have more flexibility and also a different way to handle the relationship between the records. Now in MongoDB, like database, right? NoSQL, we are going to work on the concept of JSON, that is JavaScript Object Notation. Also, there is one BSON, that is binary JSON structure. Now, these are what it makes a document-based database. The MongoDB is called document database. So we will explore this particular formats in details later in this particular series. But for now, just remember that this is going to be the foundation of how the data is going to be stored up in the MongoDB. Now let's look at the next thing, that is how relationships are stored in MongoDB. Now you must have already heard of relationship like parent and the child relationship. Many people think that MongoDB or the NoSQL is not going to support it. Okay, so the this is one kind of myth. NoSQL database can handle the relationship. Okay, this is also true that it can handle, while they directly don't use the rigid table based relationship how it is in the relationship database, but you can still create the connections between these two datas. The key difference is going to how this particular relationship are stored in the MongoDB and how they are managed. Okay, so for example, in relational database, let's say you might want to have a separate table for, let's say, user table, and also you want to have maintain a separate table for the order table. Now these are linked with some common ID, that is foreign ID and the foreign key and the primary key. Now in the concept of MongoDB, we have to be a very flexible. Either we can actually embed that particular order information directly inside the user document, or we can create a link to that particular separate order collection, and it is going to be a different approach. So that is going to have a lot more flexibility as compared to the table based. So that is the reason people use this particular MongoDB instead of traditional databases. Now MongoDB, if you just take it, is one of the leading open source NoSQL database in the world. It is fantastic tool for the modern web development, and by end of this particular course you will have this solid understanding of how it is going to work internally, how you can use it for your own projects in your own development. So that's all for the introduction. I hope I have explained you what is NoSQL, what is MongoDB as an initial thing. We'll discuss in the further videos. So watch you in the next video. Till then, bye.